A brand new survey shows Trump holding a 2-point lead over Harris when it comes to who can better tackle rising gas prices and rising grocery prices. Our next guest says Biden-Harris's economic policies are driving people into poverty. Bob Unanue, CEO of Goya, joins us now. Bob, the implication from that statement is that you think a Harris presidency would drive people even further into poverty. That's a bold statement. Why do you think that?
Hi, Todd. Thanks for having me. Yes, well, we've turned into the land of exploitation instead of the land of opportunity. I've worked my whole life. The average Social Security check is $1,200. People coming into this country who haven't worked a day are getting benefits of over $3,800. This is where all of our tax money are going. So I'd rather, we not pay this to these people and, bring those benefits to us, to the hardworking Americans.
You know the numbers, inflation is up all over the place. We're going to pop those numbers up on the screen. But as the CEO of a large company, what do you see beyond what the rest of us see when we go to the grocery store to basically make a claim that the Biden-Harris administration, yes, they're going to drive you further into poverty in a way that you might not expect because you haven't studied the numbers in the same way a Bob Unanue has?
Well, Todd, from day one, the war on fossil fuel, they're still limiting exportations of LNG from Texas. The war on fossil fuel, the Green New Deal, our weakness around the world, the war in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. They have 50% of the world's fertilizer, 30% of wheat, and 20% corn. They raised the prices, astronomically. It's not that anyone is gouging, it's that prices have gone out of sight. Transportation, just you name it. Let's just stipulate that from day one, they destroyed this economy. But the other thing they are destroying is human life. As Latinos, and we're getting together today as Latinos, we are the #1 exploited community in the world, the biggest industry that has flourished under this administration, under Kamala, has been drugs and human trafficking. Last year, Tara Lee Rodas testified that the U.S. is the middleman in this hundreds of billion-dollar business. She said there were 85,000 children missing. They're not missing, they were sold. Javier Becerra, who said to his group, we're not bringing people in fast enough for exploitation. And from 85,000 this year, they've raised the amount of children lost or sold to 325,000 children. The Hispanic community, the Latin community is fed up with being exploited. They're fed up with high prices. And that's why you're seeing this community head over heels toward Donald J. Trump.
And that may explain a lot of why we're seeing the numbers we're going to put up on the screen now. You're going to participate in this roundtable discussion with Donald Trump today down there in Florida. Trump leading Harris by 11 percentage points with Latino voters, according to this new USA Today Suffolk University poll, albeit with a margin of error of 9%. But nevertheless, even if you knock that down to 40%, he's still beating Kamala Harris. So there was talk, and there has been talk, Bob, and you know this, over the course of the last 6 months, that eventually Democrats will get the Latino vote to come home. They'll eventually always make their way back to the Democrats before Election Day. We're 2 weeks to go before Election Day. Do you see that happening? And if not, why?
Well, there was a recent Quinnipiac poll that showed it was 52%. Again, the Latino community is fed up of being exploited, used, and abused on the border and trafficking, with the economy. We're hardworking people. And we're letting people into this country to not just take jobs away and move us into poverty by paying for these people who are not working, but we have an unsafe community. We're not strong around the world, and we're losing this country. There's people who come to this country, risked all for everything, and only to find that it's becoming the land of exploitation.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.